good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time zone you may be in. This is Minister Savanda of When Destiny Meets Purpose. We are promoting healthy relationship, and tonight we have been talking about several relationship topics, but tonight I'm going to just throw out a few things that is on my mind. So tonight we'll talk a little bit about what's on my mind. The first thing that's on my mind is determining if you are attached or detached in a relationship. What is your status in your relationship on tonight? Attached or detached? And do you know the difference? After having a conversation with a good friend of mine, we were talking about being attached and detached and the different type of relationships. And I was sharing with her that there's sometimes people get so attached in a relationship that it drives them to being a psycho or acting crazy and doing crazy act. And when I was small, I watched people in their relationship. And as a little girl, I can see that, and just being a bit transparent, that some of people that were around me, the way they reacted in relationships was like I took note and like when I get older, I don't want to act like that. I don't want to slash nobody tires. I don't want to break nobody window. I don't want to be fighting nobody, going crazy over them, being locked up in a mental institution because I can't deal with the relationship rejection or somebody breaking up with me. That means you are really too attached. That's not really love. That's that psycho crazy stuff. And so when you finding yourself getting the feeling of wanting to hurt somebody because they just left you or the relationship just didn't work out, you might want to try to do a self examination and search yourself to see if you have a touch of crazy in you. Because anytime you're thinking about hurting or harming somebody because they have left the relationship, it's because you have became a bit attached and you are dealing with feelings of rejection, feelings of being hurt. And I'm not saying that you're not going to be hurt or you're not going to be angry. You don't have not going to have feelings of resentment and feeling like you're a fool or whatever the case may be. But I am saying that you need to deal with that without harming yourself, without harming the other person. There's people that have committed suicide because they couldn't deal with the fact that um, their significant other or somebody had left them. There's people who threaten to kill themselves if somebody is going to leave them and they want to hold them hostage, and the other person feel like, oh, if I leave her or if I leave him, they're going to kill themselves. So I have to stay in this relationship. No, what you need to do is get that person some help because there is a mental disconnect from um, that person is experiencing. So we have to be careful, even in people who are threatening to leave. And I always tell you guys, be safe. You know, you have men out there that may want to shoot the whole family, the woman, their children, because he can't handle the fact that she's leaving him, or maybe just take his own life. Or then maybe you have that woman out there that just want to do damage to another woman because the man has left her for another woman. And most of the time women, they take it out on other women, and or they will take it out on the man by slashing his tire, breaking his windows or whatever, or even go drastic and want to kill themselves likewise or even kill a man. At that moment, you guys, and again, in all seriousness, if you know someone that is thinking about doing things like that, you need to talk to that person and you need to get them to understand that it's not worth it. People's lives are being affected by things like that. You know, the children are being affected, family members are being affected. You got to be careful when you're in relationships. You got to be careful about playing with people and playing with their feelings. If you know that you're not into the relationship and you're not going to be in a relationship to treat the person right, and you just want to do whatever you want to do and you just want to be a player, I'm telling you, that's no longer the safe way to go. That's played out. You can cause yourself to be hurt. You can cause some innocent other people to be hurt. So we got to be careful when we dealing with females are males, because now people are playing for keeps. People get so attached because you tell them something. And the reason why people are hurt in doing these things is not so much because um, they want to. It's just because something went in their head and it just didn't go all the way up to the top floor, and it clicked to them, and they're saying, people start thinking about all the time that they spent with you and all the time that they did were doing things with you. And some people feel like a fool, and they're embarrassed and they're ashamed. And I can quickly tell you that the enemy will play with their head and be like, but man, I gave my all to this person. I gave my all to that person. Well, just know that everybody is human and people will make mistakes. They'll make bad decisions. So you can't put all your eggs in one basket. You can't get so attached to a person that you lose who you are. And most of the time, when you lose who you are, you have already put all of your time and your energy into that person. And so now you're so upset, not only at that person, you're upset with yourself, and you wasted time. Some people have wasted years and have wasted years upon years of trying to build something that was not going nowhere, and finally it doesn't go anywhere, and then all of a sudden you're angry and you're upset, and so now you resort to violence, or you resort to doing crazy things, and or you take that craziness to another relationship, and and deal with all of the craziness that you're dealing with. And so now what we have done is we've done created a whole nother situation that could have been avoided. There are some people, again, we're talking, those are the people who are attached. Then there's some people who are detached and nothing bothers them. And they go on about their merry way, and they're okay to say, you know what, okay, it didn't work out, I'm going to move on. Kudos to that person that has moved on. Is there anything wrong with being detached? Most people are detached because they don't want their feelings hurt. So they build up a wall and they become detached in any relationship that they're in. I was one of those persons that used to be detached. I didn't allow myself to feel anything. I didn't allow myself to set myself up to get hurt. I didn't expect much out of any relationship. I didn't care to expect anything. And I told you guys the other night, it wasn't until I got was hitting 40 that I really got serious about even being in a relationship and wanting to be in a serious relationship. So I began to say, you know what? Now I'm feeling some type of way, and I want a serious, committed relationship. And the the danger of being detached is that sometimes you missed out on opportunities. There are people out there that really loves you and want to be in a relationship with you, but because you're so detached from them, you'll be like, oh well, it's okay, whatever. And then that person lose interest, and then now all of a sudden you back interested, and then now you want the committed relationship. Now you want to be in a serious relationship, but it's too late, and that person has moved on. And so again, are you got to know where you at on tonight. Are you attached? Are you detached? And again, think about it. I was just talking about what's on my mind tonight. Again, when Destiny Meets Purpose, our goal is to promote healthy relationships. We do have some up and coming events. I will tell you guys about them on our next video, but stay tuned because we have so many activities planned for you. We have seminars and conferences that we are planning and promoting, and we want you to be there, and I want you to have a very blessed evening and a blessed night, wherever time zone you may be in. Thank you. God bless.